Take a look at these posts from some other social media sites. Christy Nome tweeted out, "We don't complain about things, we fix them." And Mary Trump retweeted it and said, "If by fix you mean shoot them in the head?" The chief financial officer of multinational media company charged with participating in scheme to launder at least $67 million in fraud proceeds. That CFO was of the pro-Trump Epoch Times. Shocker. Tara Bull here puts up this map and says, "There are no blue states, just 15 to 20 big blue cities trying to tell everyone else how to live." And that is one of the dumbest things I have ever seen posted on any social media sites ever. The House unanimously passed a bill to honor the legendary Johnny Cash, a true son of Arkansas. Yeah, that's what the fucking House should be working on. This House has done nothing since Republicans took it over, but they managed to pass a bill honoring the legendary Johnny Cash. Just what the American people need. Marjorie Taylor Greene says Mike Johnson should be ready to shut down the government in the fall in protest over the Trump verdict and prosecutions. "We're literally a banana republic, so what does it matter funding the government? The American people don't give a shit," she said. Do you guys give a shit that the government's funded? I know I do. Gunther is all up in his feels that it's Pride Month. No one has to go along with this weird shit. No one's telling you to. You don't have to buy products that have pride flags on them or pride imagery on them. You don't have to shop in stores or with companies that support pride. Nobody's telling you to. But man, you sure do seem worked up about it. Got something you want to tell us? Can't make this up if you try, folks. Johnny MAGA says the Hunter Biden jury has been selected and it's comically rigged. Of course it is, because everything is now rigged. I showed you this video in another video I did earlier today, but it's fucking awesome. You have Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, "We have Jamie Raskin in there accusing us of worshiping Trump," and she puts up air quotes when she says, "of worshiping a convicted felon." And the reporter immediately says, "Well, he is a convicted felon." Spectacular reporting. This one's spectacular. Just back from his trip to El Salvador, Don Trump Jr. says it's better there than in the U.S., so he's thinking about buying a house down there so he has a place to run to if he ever faces having to go to jail here. And I am all for Don Jr. becoming a citizen of El Salvador. I don't know if you guys saw Anthony Fauci testifying before the House committee, but they asked him, "How much have you earned from royalties from pharma companies since the pandemic began?" He goes, "0. And so they returned with another reply. "You're saying you didn't receive any of the $710 million in royalties that were paid out to various scientists?" And he said, "No, I didn't. I received $122 for a monoclonal antibody I made 25 years ago." This Trump supporter says the war in Ukraine was manufactured by President Biden. Jordan Kleppert says, "But how did he do that?" The Trump supporter replied, "How does he do a lot of things that he does?" So let me get this straight. He doesn't know what his name is. He doesn't know how to tie his shoes. He doesn't know what fucking state he's in. But he managed to rig an entire election, prosecute his political opponents, and manufacture a war in another continent. It's pretty good for a guy that doesn't know his own fucking name. Tommy Lahren wants the word migrant banned. Tommy Lahren's all up in her feels over words. This isn't from another platform. This is a message I got on this platform. "You're such a fucking phony, liberal-ass sheep bitch boy. You're just like all libs, fat and lazy. Keep mooching off your wife, fatty." I'm sorry. This is from Trump's Truth Social account. "Do you have my latest book? Before I ran for politics..." Before I ran for politics? You mean before you got into politics or before you ran for the presidency? Regardless, "They all loved me. From Hillary to Oprah to stupid Robert De Niro, they all spoke glowing of me. As did you of them. You don't see that? Can't make this up, folks. Laura Ingraham says that Joe Biden believes in nothing at all except building his own brand to help his family become rich. She literally just described Donald Trump. If Alex Jones wasn't right, they wouldn't be trying so hard to shut him down. Except he wasn't right. He admitted he wasn't right himself in court. And the reason why they're trying to shut him down is because he owes hundreds of millions of dollars he refuses to pay. So they're going to take his shit, sell it off, and recoup the funds. Lawyers from the families of the victims of Sandy Hook Elementary School filed an emergency motion in U.S. bankruptcy court in Houston to liquidate Alex Jones's media company. That's what happens when you get sued, lose, and then refuse to pay. I'm tired of Democrat antics claiming Republicans worship Donald Trump. I worship God. Democrats are still worshiping convicted felon George Floyd. So she wants to convince you guys that Republicans don't worship Donald Trump. Then what's this? Got an answer for this? Anything? Just released the new black Make America Great Again hat to commemorate the dark moment in history when Trump got convicted. Trump says he will fire America's military generals and replace them with MAGA loyalists. That's fascism, folks. That's fascism. MAGA operative introducing Trump says Trump will enact their Project 2025 agenda, which includes a de facto national abortion ban, puts Medicare on a path to privatization, and seeks to end marriage equality. 3 more good reasons to never vote for Trump. Fauci kills millions. He didn't. Trump has a paperwork error. It wasn't a paperwork error. Who's the convicted felon? Makes sense yet? Yeah, it does. What doesn't make sense is how you guys went from it's a farce, it's all made up, it's political persecution, to it was a paperwork error, man. Joe Biden agreed to debate President Trump because he already knew Trump would be jailed. All a setup. Except we didn't even have the verdict yet, and there's a strong likelihood that Trump receives no jail time, not to mention the fact there's a fucking appeals process. You fucking moron. But of course, he says he'd save Putin out of these 4 people if they were all in a room that was engulfed in flames. Not any of the 3 American citizens. No. The Russian dictator. Because they're all puppets for Russia. I don't know if you guys caught this, but she refused to refer to Fauci as Dr. Fauci because she said that he's Mr. Fauci when she has the mic. What a fucking idiot. Going to be glorious watching the first outlaw president kick the electoral shit out of these commie pussies in November. Bank on it, shit libs. Laugh now and down your cocktails because we'll all be slurping up your delicious tears in a few months. Cash that check and spend it. It's going down. I don't know what check he's talking about. I don't know what cocktails he's talking about. But hey, bingo bongo. I don't think that this tweet's going to age really well. And if you want to slurp up some fluid from me, I got something else you can slurp. Starbucks should cease to exist. Terrible coffee, the worst on earth. Every barista hired is somehow a woke, incompetent leftist who seems to hate their job. Now they hide the coffee jackets and keep the strawers behind the counter so you have to request them. They don't even keep the sugars out in the open anymore. Not to mention, how is $7 for a cup of coffee now the new normal? Shut the whole place down. So put Joe Manorino on record as being against capitalism and for government control of private businesses.